out here in Britannia Bay today, making this short movie documenting my trials and tribulations over the last 12 months, following my construction of a tiny house into a not so tiny house, which we then got rid of, got a small house and made it into a not so small house with a courtyard, palm trees and everything, inspired by our holidays in Indonesia, Thailand, Bali, that kind of thing. That's where our first construction started. It was the tiny house. Started off with one container living unit. I then added a second container, and then I covered this all with like a timber and steel roof structure, which made quite a nice lodge style, safari bungalow kind of vibe. We got a lot of attention from visitors. Everyone wanted to come find out what we were doing. Yeah, it was really great, but it was very busy up until all of our nice neighbors turned out not to be so nice. They kind of ganged up against us, and we figured, well, if we are going to drop a couple of $1,000,000 here to build a house, do we really want to be living in between people that can't even tell you to your face that they don't like you? And we moved over to the other side of the bay, just down there. So this used to be our view behind me here. It's an immaculate view, as I mentioned, but then the kelp that kind of washes out on this end of the beach, and as you can see, it kind of clears up and then peters out to that side of the beach. So when it comes to the beach cottage, we bought the beach cottage about 4 months before we got the bad news about who we're sharing the neighborhood with. So we started off with this fisherman's cottage. There was just a big driveway full of like stone aggregate and this massive bush. The issue that we had is the same thing that I've had for the last 3 days, is fighting against this wind. You couldn't open the front door on a windy day. So basically what I decided to do is I was going to build a massive courtyard. Right here you can see the footings of the courtyard going in. But before I did the courtyard, I figured I'd have to beautify it or break up this massive big wall, otherwise it's just going to look like a jail. So I planted these palm trees. Okay, so here we are. I love palm trees. If you couldn't tell, I really love the natural world, working with wood. That's a 65-year-old wine barrel. I'm going to turn that into a swimming pool / hot tub. This is pretty much what I like doing. I like constructing things, I like building things, I like being creative. So this is my trials and tribulations over the last 12 months. And in the end of the day, what I've learned is that good fences make for good neighbors, and life is not that bad. You just need to dig and dig and dig to find the bright side of life. So this video might be very bright, but that's because this is kind of the only time of day where the wind kind of plays along. So yeah, there is that.